Welcome to my tutorial on how to use the basic functions of the Kuta mathematics software. If you're a busy teacher like me, this software comes in handy. It's an easy way to make good tests and quizzes and daily assignments without much trouble. The first thing you'll want to do is go ahead and open up a Kuta program. I'm going to choose the infinite algebra program for this tutorial, but any program works. They just all have different questions. The first thing I would want to do is just go ahead and let's create a new assignment. Once we've created that new assignment, I like to go up to the top and edit the class info and maybe the assignment title. So this is for my analytic geometry class, and we'll call it assignment number 1. Now you can also change the name, date, period, and ID number, but for this assignment I'm just going to leave that as the default. Next thing, if you look over here to the left, we have lots of different types of problems. I'm going to use quadratic problems, so I'm going to scroll down until I find some quadratic problems. Here they are, and I'm going to use solving with the quadratic formula, so I'll just double click that. And it comes up with this screen. Now this is where we're actually going to do a lot of the choosing of the questions. The first thing I like to choose is the number, so I'll probably use 10 questions on this assignment. The next thing you can do is you can go ahead and set them as easy questions, medium, or hard. So we'll choose easy for right now. You can go with free response questions or multiple choice questions, and you can also change this later, so we'll just leave it at free response right now. Below that there's a slide. If you slide this to the right, the numbers in the problems will get bigger, and you slide it to the left, the numbers will be smaller, so I'll keep it as pretty small numbers for right now. And then from here on out, all these other options, they'll change depending on what type of problems you have. Since these are quadratic problems, it's pretty complex and we have a lot of options. A few things that I see here, the leading coefficient can be negative. I'd like that. I would like both rational and irrational solutions. And I always like the right side to be 0. I can also change whether the answers are exact values or decimals. So we'll leave them as exact values. Once you're happy with all these options, you can go ahead and click OK at the top, and some problems will be applied to your assignment. So you see we have our 10 problems. You're probably wondering what the red is for. That's actually your answers. Now if you don't want to see those, you can go up here to the top, the magnifying glass, click that, and it won't show your answers anymore. But whether your answers are showing or not, when you print the assignment, it will print the assignments blank and an answer key last. So it really doesn't matter whether the answers are showing right now or not. One thing that I like to do if I see some problems maybe I'm not happy with, if I right click those problems, I can click regenerate, and it'll give me entirely new problems. So maybe the problem didn't have an answer I liked or something like that. I can go ahead and change that problem pretty easy. Also, maybe you want to add in some multiple choice, so you can right click a problem and go ahead and change to multiple choice, and that changes the problem around a little bit. Another thing that comes in real handy, if I want this assignment maybe to extend out a little bit, I don't think the problems have enough room, I can go up to the top under desired length and maybe change that. So I'm going to put it at 1 page. And what that does is it stretches the assignment a little bit and covers that whole first page. So you see we're using all our space. Now under this you'll see the answer key. You can choose whether you want to print that or not here in just a second. But if we're happy with our assignment, we can go up here to File, we can save it, or we can go to Print. Now if you go to Print, you'll get a couple questions. First thing, print assignment and the answers, or you can just print the assignment or maybe just the answers. So we'll go assignment and answers. And then the next selection is how you want the answers to appear. If you click in context, the answers will be like we see them right now in red. If you click answer sheet only, you'll see what we see at the bottom where we're just listed the answers and maybe not the questions. So I'll leave answers in context, and then I could hit OK and it would go ahead and print that. But this is just basic Kuta software with quadratics. There are a lot of other options, but usually it's best just to play around with those and figure it out a little better for yourself. Thank you for listening, and this again is the Kuta software infinite algebra and just a simple assignment.